What if I told you there is a two-step formula, and if you embraced that two-step formula, you can actually put Etsy on easy mode for yourself. I used to wake up in the middle of the night and check my phone to see if I had made a sale. And then I couldn't get back to sleep afterwards when I would see I hadn't made a sale. And then I would wake up first thing in the morning checking my phone, and throughout the day looking at it, and I'd be getting angry when I'd get favorites but wasn't getting sales. Does it sound familiar? Are you desperate to make your first sale? Are you desperate to make your first 100 sales? Are you desperate to make your first $1,000 profit month? Your first $5,000 profit month? These were all things I was desperate to do. If only someone could have shared with me what I'm going to share with you today. Meet my friend Brittany here. I'm going to loop back and we're going to chat a little bit more about her in a bit. But these two things that I'm about to share with you, she started embracing them in her shop about 5 months ago. And now every 100 sales she makes, it's faster and faster. She just got 100 sales in 7 days. I'm Shauna, by the way. 4 years ago, I started an Etsy shop. Within a year and a half, I quit my 4th grade teaching job because I was making triple on Etsy than I was in the classroom. And that was just a very short time, relatively speaking, after I opened my Etsy shop. And now I'm a teacher again. I teach what I know here on YouTube and through an online community, a membership that I have, which is how I know Brittany. I'm going to show you this 2-part formula. It's really quite simple, and it will put Etsy on easy mode for yourself. Watch this video as many times as you need to. I am going to dig into these 2 concepts, and then I have lots of videos on the channel. I'll leave them linked down below that dig into each of these 2 concepts further to help you accomplish them. I know when I used to watch videos like this, I'd be thinking as the content creator would be talking like, oh no, but you're telling everybody, so now it's going to be hard. No, most people are not going to take action on this. I can promise you that. You will have to embrace these 2 concepts aggressively and for longer than most people are comfortable with, which makes it incredibly attainable for you. First concept. I'm going to show you examples of this in a second. I'm going to show you what most people are doing and what it is that you need to be doing. So we go to Etsy and we do a bestseller search. If this isn't your first video, you probably already know that part of the process here, right? When you're selling print on demand Etsy items, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Etsy and we're going to see what's popular. Now, I do use a paid tool to help me do this, and it's Everbee. But there's something very specific that I'm looking for. I'm looking for listings that are 1 month old, which really means anywhere between 1 day and 30 days old. I'm looking for listings like that have bestseller or popular now badges on them. Now, most people are going on Etsy and they're just looking for listings that have bestseller or popular now badges. But if you are using for your design inspiration a listing that is 34 months old or even 9 months old, and you're using a design trend that are in those listings and thinking, oh, I'm going to make something that's new and valuable to the market, because that's always our goal. You are not adding something new and valuable to the market. That is an old trend and it has already been done. And by now, 9 months later, 18 months later, it has been done across many, many niches. Here we are on Etsy. I'm just going to put trendy shirts. We're going to go to all filters. We're going to go down to star seller. And we're going to do show results. We filtered by star seller, but if we go up here and write best, we'll be able to get the best sellers, which then we could do our market research and see what kinds of designs, what kinds of elements are present in the designs. Right, so I'm just going to kind of quickly look through this page with you. You're going to see bows are very popular. Here we could say cat could be popular. Checker elements are popular. Seashells have been very popular. I'm filming this during the summertime, like springtime coming into summer. Social club type of designs are very popular. So it's really kind of what we're looking for, these kinds of design aesthetics. Varsity letters with a flower print inside. This is specifically a floral print for 4th of July. Very popular. You could also pay attention to certain, like spilling the tea since 1773. You could pay attention to certain phrases that are popular. But now look at my Everbee Chrome extension information. We're getting that information down here. This design is 9 months old. This design is 9 months old. PNGs, I use those to do my market research, whether it's a PNG or a shirt, or even if it's a different type of product. That all helps me design. I like to design shirts, but any of these products can help us design our print-on-demand product. These are trendy types of designs. So we see this is a scalloped border with like this print inside with the text. This is very popular. So these are the kinds of things I'm looking for, but this is brand new. And the way I knew that is that this says 1 month. This listing age is 1 month. Things that are only 1 month old are much more important for us to take into consideration and for us to be making our design decisions off of. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to go make something that says God bless the USA and recreate the scallop border with these blue lines, but that means I might go into the teacher niche. That's a niche I really like designing in. And I might do something for back to school with this look, with this scalloped edge and with a print inside and with lettering and maybe some bows and some stars. I'd use the 4-point stars because that's another really trendy element. So as I'm doing this research, let's go back up here where you could see this is only 2 months old. This one's 1 month old. This one's 1 month old. This one's 2 months old. So that's where I'm looking. This one's 7 months old. When you're looking at this research, you really want to pay attention to things that you see just popping up. Now, I know you see me doing this and maybe you've never done this for yourself and you've never gone in and regularly done research like this. But if you go in, let's say every other day, I mean, if you're super serious, you'll do this every day. I noticed right away, like one of the very first bestsellers that came out with this look, it was like, whoa, it caught my attention because I'm in here every day doing this. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, that's new. That's different. It disrupted me. It was like, I quickly spotted it because it was different from what I had been seeing. So I swear to you, if you do this like 45 days in a row, you're going to wind up being able to have an epiphany moment like that, an aha moment where you're like, oh my gosh, that's totally brand new. By the way, after this video, you might want to go do 10 designs with this style, this layout. Don't do ones that say God bless the USA, that's copying this person. Go take them into niches you're already working in. Okay, so as we keep looking here, this is 13 months old, 9 months old. This one's 1 month old. These vibrant colors have been very popular. 1 month old. The floral pattern inside of letters on top of this espresso mock-up has been very popular. A lot of those popping up in the last month like that. This 1 month old, and this is another look that's just been very popular. It's not like a 3x3 grid that's been popular for a long time. It's more of a collage of these related items all pulled together with a theme, right? So this is 4th of July theme. Easy peasy lemon squeezy has been super popular as we come into the summer, but so has this like checkered border. Borders have been popular, but this is a kind of this like checkered border. I've been seeing that popping up. Salty moms within the last month. This has been something popping up. Listen, anything I'm throwing out at you, if you want to go make designs that say these things, go check uspto.gov because we're not sitting here and doing that together during this video, but that's something you should always do before you put a phrase on a shirt, uspto.gov to make sure it's not already trademarked. Okay, another one for you before we move on to our second point. This one, again, it's been popping up like crazy. I design shirts, but I take a lot of my inspiration from PNGs. This is wildly popular. This tight floral pattern inside of a letter. If you use Canva to design, you could get yourself a Canva frame for an alphabet. You can get yourself a digital paper that is floral like this. The tight flowers, like a small flowers, very busy there with lots of flowers in frame. That's what's been so popular. You can see this is 1 month old. You know, I'm a teacher at heart. So whenever I'm making a YouTube video, I'm trying to convey something really meaningful and impactful and important that you can apply to your own shop right away and that you've learned something that you could take action on. And it's so hard to do that with something, you know, that's a bit more complex than a 20-minute video. So I do hope you feel like you've kind of grasped this at least a little bit, but this is something that I could give examples to you on and chat with you about for hours. You know, it's like if I used to be a 4th grade teacher, the students coming in, I'm teaching them long division. I'm not going to teach them a skill of long division for 15 minutes and expect that they're able to go back and really do their long division problems just because I've done an example or two with them. This is really no different than that. What we're talking about right now is probably so far out of your realm of understanding, depending on what your background is, because my background was not Etsy when I started Etsy. I had no idea about selling t-shirts. I had no idea about designing. I had no idea about market research. This was so foreign to me. But at least you have this video and you can re-listen to this part numerous times. If you feel like you need more help with this, I do have an online membership that you might be interested in because we get to dive deeply into these topics. And I'm in constant communication with my members. It's just different in a membership than it is on a one video a week YouTube channel kind of thing. But on the YouTube channel, there's tons of information, and I will leave lots of free videos linked down in the description along with the membership if you'd be interested in that. We also do monthly trend reports. So my members already know that those fonts that are going to sell their shirts right now, they already know what fonts to use. And they already know what layouts to use because immediately when I spot them, I'm including them in the trend report. Okay, so now that you know what you should be doing, let me just point out what you should not be doing, but this is what most people are doing. Take a look at this design here. It has a bestseller badge on it. We're going to see it has 6 views in the last 24 hours. So all is looking well there. And you might be tempted to go, oh, wow. So I want to do like a Dalmatian background like this and use teachery letters to say something teachery. You don't want to do that though. This is from 8 months ago and this is an old trend. It's an old trend. It's so last year. So yes, the people that were early to the market with it last year, they're still selling them this year. This is not a good way to stand out in the market, and it is not what's being picked up quickly now in the algorithm. And it's not even an algorithm thing, it's a customer thing. Not as many customers are looking for this type of look currently. So when I'm doing my research, I'm kind of not really taking much inspiration from things that are 8 months old anyways. And this would be so much more meaningful, everything that I'm saying, if you were actually doing research every day, 10, 15, 20 minutes on Etsy doing research like we're doing right now here together, just looking at bestsellers within the particular niche. I looked up the teacher niche here, or broader ones like we did before, a trendy shirt. The reason this conversation would be even more meaningful if you were doing that for yourself every day is because you'd be like, oh yeah, Shauna's right. I've been seeing designs like that for months. So it makes sense that that's no longer new and valuable. That's no longer the way to stand out. Take a look at this example here. This design here, teacher, Mrs. Miller, there's 20 in the cart right now. This was listed 20 months ago. And yes, 20 people have this exact design in their cart right now. It's still doing well. This trend started, like 2-3 years ago. So this one is 20 months old. Yeah, so almost 2 years ago, this shirt was listed. This is an old trend. So this is not something that I would go make now. Go look at any niche right now. You're going to see this design has already been pulled everywhere. It's an old trend. So people have already had time to capitalize on this trend and to provide the market in as many different niches as they possibly could with this trend. So the trick is to look for new trends. If you want Etsy on easy mode for you, you have to look at new trends because you could put 500 listings in your shop or 500 designs in your shop that follow this trend and not have as much traction as this type of font is this here. This is right now. I'm filming this in May. If you're wanting to use the research I'm showing right now in this video and you're working during spring or summer of 2025, then go for it. This is hot. It's hot right now. This font last year, this font right now. You will get further in 50 designs using this trend than you would in 1,000 designs utilizing this trend. And the second part to this, putting Etsy on easy mode, and I guess a lot of people will think, well, Shauna, that's not easy. By easy mode, I just mean, it's like, I think it's easy. Like, if I know that this is what it takes, then boom, I got it. It's being aggressive enough for long enough. You have to do the thing aggressively enough for long enough. The thing is designing and listing your designs, right? Like that is the thing. I am not exceptional. I am quite ordinary, but I have gotten exceptional results in my shop. And now as I've interacted with so many subscribers from YouTube and then members in the membership, I'm starting to realize like not everyone understands that it took exceptional work to get those exceptional results. Getting 150 listings up over the course of a year is just not enough to get you exceptional results. Unless you are exceptional in a way that I am not. I had to be much more aggressive. It was more like 150 designs going into my shop every single month. And even more listings than that because I was A/B testing. So you have to do the thing aggressively for long enough. Being aggressive for 2 or 3 months is not long enough. Putting a couple hundred listings in your shop over the course of a year is most likely not aggressive enough. You're doing it for a longer period of time, but you're just not moving at a clip that's going to be aggressive enough. Part of the reason for that is, imagine it took me 1 year to get 2,000 listings up. Imagine it took me 3 years to get 2,000 listings up. You could probably already connect the dots. Like, of course, my results wouldn't be what they are. I built my shop to a place where, it makes $160,000 a year profit after I've paid everything. But had it taken me 3 years to get those 2,000 listings up, the listings that are now 3 years old are doing very little to help my shop. It's only the listings that I've made over the last 3 or 4 months, maybe 5 or 6 months, that are really helping to grow my shop. But if you are aggressively listing and you're getting enough quality designs out month after month for a couple of months, that's where magic starts to happen. And actually, that is where I want Brittany to share her story with you. Because like me, she's quite normal. I think she'd agree with that. And she has had exceptional results as well. She tells you exactly how she's had those results. So I want you to watch this video next. You are going to walk away from that video with the concepts we talked about today being even more so grounded in you. And you're also going to be very inspired and on fire to make sure that you are embracing the 2 concepts we talked about today. So watch that one next, but not until after that tip from Tucker. Tucker, take it away.